Today we're really getting into something fundamental, aren't we? Building that real solid self-confidence.
Yeah, absolutely. And not the fragile kind, you know?
Exactly. Not the kind that relies on likes or compliments. We're talking about building a deep belief in yourself that just stays put, no matter what's happening outside.
Right. It's about becoming genuinely assertive, truly resilient from the inside.
And it's interesting how we often picture confidence, isn't it?
Yeah.
Sometimes it's loud, flashy.
Mm-hmm. That big outward show. And look, that might be confidence for some people, sure.
But what we're digging into here is, well, quieter. More of an unbreakable certainty in yourself.
That's it. That internal conviction about your own value, your abilities. And the goal today, really, is to unpack how you can build that, how you cultivate that solid core.
Yeah. I mean, I get that completely. I remember for ages, I think I mixed up feeling good about myself with, well, what other people were saying.
Oh, for sure. The external validation trap.
Totally.
Uh-huh.
The likes, the praise, the attention, it felt great, for a minute.
Uh-huh. But it's so temporary.
So temporary, and it disappears the second the feedback changes.
Mm.
What I've really learned, and what our sources hammer home, is that real confidence.
Yeah.
It just doesn't depend on that stuff.
Right. It comes from your actions.
Your actions, your self-respect, the things you build quietly for yourself, the results you get, maybe when no one's even watching.
That internal engine is just crucial because, let's face it, society often kind of nudges us to look outwards for approval, doesn't it?
It really does. But that resilience, that lasting confidence, it has to come from that internal foundation.
Yeah.
Something that isn't just blown around by shifting opinions.
Mm.
And the really great news here, the empowering part, is that this isn't some magic trait you either have or you don't.
No, not at all.
Our sources are so clear. Confidence is a skill. You learn it.
Like anything else, you practice it, you build it, you strengthen it.
Exactly. And that's what this deep dive is about, showing you the how, the practical ways to actually construct that unshakable confidence.
And what's really compelling in the material is the strong focus on action. Taking concrete steps.
Yeah, it's not just think positive thoughts.
Right. It goes way beyond that. It's about specific strategies you can actually do. And we saw this reflected really well in the story of someone named Jade.
Oh yeah, Jade's story. I think it's incredibly relatable for so many people listening.
Definitely.
She dealt with anxiety, right? That constant nag of self-doubt, always measuring herself against others.
Stuck in that loop, trying to get her sense of worth from, well, everywhere but inside. Relationships, social media.
Yeah, what people thought. And it wasn't really working until she got this piece of advice. Simple, but powerful.
From a mentor, wasn't it? Confidence comes from within.
Exactly. And that seemed to be the turning point, the start of a real shift for her.
But it wasn't like flipping a switch, was it? The way her story unfolds is very practical.
Not at all. It was all about consistent effort. Small, deliberate, daily habits.
Things like journaling, exercise, reading, actively working on her skills.
Yeah.
The source really highlights these.
Yeah, the fundamentals. They're not glamorous quick fixes, are they? They're the things that actually build self-trust over time.
Precisely. It's about making those small promises to yourself.
And then keeping them. That's the key part. Whether it's, getting up when the alarm goes off or finishing a small task or doing that workout.
Each one is like proof to yourself. Proof that you're reliable, that you can count on you.
Right. Building that inner sense of dependability. And the source also mentioned how she consciously cut back on comparison.
Ah, yeah, the social media piece.
Being mindful, muting accounts that made her feel inadequate, that was a big step.
And that's such a powerful move, especially now. We're just swimming in everyone else's highlight reels.
Constantly.
So creating that intentional space, pulling back from those triggers, it lets you focus on your progress, your path, which is essential for genuine self-acceptance, right?
Absolutely. And then there's the competence piece.
Yeah.
Building actual skill.
Yeah, the source was really direct about that. Become skilled at something you find valuable.
Right. That mastery builds confidence. It's not about being perfect at everything.
No, not at all. Just picking something that matters to you and putting in the work to get better at it.
And that feeling of, okay, I actually know how to do this now, it spreads, it boosts how you see yourself overall.
It provides a solid, tangible anchor for your confidence. It's not just wishful thinking. It's based on what you can actually do.
Yeah.
And tied into that is assertiveness. Learning to, state your needs clearly.
Setting boundaries.
Yeah.
Speaking up for yourself. Those can feel really hard at first.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
But doing them is such a powerful way of saying, my needs matter. I matter.
And I loved the phrase the source used, action over affirmation.
Yes. That's a good one.
because it's so easy to just repeat positive things to yourself.
Right.
But if there's no action behind it,
It starts to feel a bit empty, like you're trying to convince yourself of something that isn't quite real yet.
exactly. Real confidence, the source argues, comes from movement, from doing the thing, even if you don't feel super confident starting out.
Which leads to that kind of counterintuitive idea, doesn't it? That confidence isn't always the prerequisite for action. Sometimes it's the result of action.
Yeah. Taking that first step, even when it's scary, can actually create more confidence than just thinking about it for hours.
Right.
Okay, so let's make this really practical. Let's break down this 5-step unbreakable confidence framework from our source. Step 1.
Stack small wins. Those daily promises, the things you commit to doing for yourself and then you actually follow through.
So think about maybe 1 or 2 small things you can consistently do, and crucially,
Acknowledge them. Don't just brush them off like they're nothing.
right, every time you keep a promise to yourself, it's like baking trust.
Exactly. A
Yeah.
deposit in the self-trust account. Okay, step 2.
Eliminate comparison. This goes back to Jade's story. Really look at your social media intake.
Yeah, be honest with yourself. Who or what regularly makes you feel less than?
And don't be afraid to hit unfollow or mute or just take a break entirely. Protect your headspace.
It's about curating a healthier environment for yourself, mentally and emotionally. Shielding yourself from that unnecessary negativity.
Okay, step 3. Build skill and competence.
Back to mastery. What's something you're curious about? Something you want to get better at?
Find something that feels valuable to you and carve out some regular time for it. Learn that thing. Practice it.
And again, it doesn't have to be huge. Learning basic coding, try a new recipe style, getting better at gardening, anything where you can see yourself progressing.
That tangible growth is so key. All right, step 4. Assert boundaries clearly.
This can be a tough one for a lot of people, learning to say no.
Definitely. But it's fundamental. Protecting your energy, respecting your own limits.
So practice it. Communicating your needs, your boundaries, directly but respectfully.
It signals self-respect, both to yourself and others. Knowing your time and energy are valuable.
And saying no to the wrong things frees you up to say yes to the right things.
Good point.
Okay.
Final step, number 5. Action over affirmation.
Don't wait to feel confident before you start.
Just do it. Take the action, even a tiny step, towards the goal.
The confidence often follows the action, remember. It builds because you acted.
It's about pushing through that initial resistance, proving to yourself you can move forward.
So that's the framework. But what about, those moments when you need a quick boost?
Ah, right. The source had those too. 3 instant confidence boosters. First one, adjust your physical posture.
The power pose idea. Stand tall, shoulders back.
Chin up. Sounds almost too simple, maybe. But your body language really does affect your mindset.
Oh, there's solid science behind that. That mind-body link is real. A confident stance can actually trigger feeling more confident.
Okay, booster number 2, embrace action bias. Do one slightly uncomfortable thing, like right now. Send that email you're avoiding, make the call, speak up quickly in a meeting.
Ah, got it. Rip the Band-Aid off, basically.
Yeah. Take immediate action, even if it feels a little scary. It builds momentum, shows you can handle it.
It reinforces that action generates confidence idea we just talked about. Facing the discomfort head on.
And the third booster, use power phrases.
Like internal affirmations.
Kind of, but maybe more focused. Quietly repeat something simple like, I can handle this, or I'm prepared.
Right. Short, direct self-talk to shift your state in the moment.
Exactly. It's not about pretending challenges don't exist, but more about priming your internal dialogue to be more empowering, reminding yourself of your capabilities.
Okay, framework boosters. Seems like a solid toolkit.
Yeah, and to really encourage putting it into practice, the source even laid out a Dangerous Girl Challenge Confidence Week.
Okay, tell me more.
It's basically 7 days dedicated to actively doing this stuff, tracking those small wins daily, consciously facing one fear, just one during the week.
Okay, pushing the comfort zone a bit.
Yeah, and writing a short confidence manifesto, like 5 sentences stating why you deserve to be confident.
Oh, I like that. It makes it concrete. It's a structured way to really apply these ideas and hopefully see some quick results, build momentum.
Exactly. Now, this actually ties in perfectly with a listener question we got. Mark from Phoenix asks,
Okay.
I feel confident some days and full of self-doubt others. How do I find more consistent confidence? Great question, right?
Very common experience. That up and down feeling.
Totally. And the insight from the source was really helpful here. It basically said, Consistency comes from your systems, not your feelings.
Ah, yes. Anchor your confidence in the habits, the actions, the skills.
Right. Anchor it in those things you do consistently, rather than trying to anchor it in your mood, which, let's face it, changes all the time.
That's so crucial because emotions will fluctuate. That's just human. But if your sense of capability is rooted in your routines, your actual competence,
Then it's much more stable. It can withstand those bad days or those inevitable
you'll
setbacks.
learn to trust the process, trust your actions, not just how you happen to feel right now.
Exactly. So let's kind of pull this all together. The big takeaway.
Confidence isn't found, it's built.
Yes, it's constructed through conscious effort, consistent action, and the power to start building. It's right here, right now. It's yours.
And remember that the confidence built quietly, internally, that's the really powerful kind, the kind that lasts. It's not about performing for others, it's about that deep internal knowing, self-trust.
So our encouragement to you is take control of this. Choose one or two things from this deep dive.
Just start somewhere.
Start small, maybe, but be consistent. And just watch that inner certainty start to grow.
Because you absolutely are capable of building that unshakable confidence. The tools are right here. It's just about deciding to pick them up and use them.